What's going on, guys? This is your boy Charles Diamond coming at you again for another video. This one's a little different. This is kind of a how-to tutorial, my own take on it anyway. These are some basic maintenance things I need to be doing on my vehicles. So gonna start like a little how-to kind of section for videos like this when I get time to do it. But enjoy. This is my 2003 Chevy Silverado that I am doing an oil change on. This is the first oil change, so enjoy the video. Let me know. Big boy. So right now I'm rolling it up on some Rhino ramps. Putting it, make sure you engage the parking brake. So it's a little wet underneath here. This is the first oil change. Need a 15 wrench or socket for this one, and we're gonna find out what size filter we need. Filter socket for this one. I have a couple, but ended up being a 74-75 socket style, like the one you see here in the video. So me personally, I like to break the oil filter loose first, just to make sure that it's definitely not going to get stuck. Make sure that both bolts can be broken loose. For me, I'm fortunate enough to have another vehicle. Worst case scenario, if something did get stuck, and after I drained all the oil out of the pan, I'd still have another vehicle to drive. But not everybody has that option, so that's why I like to make sure that I can loosen things first before I fully commit to taking it out. Just positioning my oil pan to the right location. Who knows the last time this oil's been changed? It's really dark. But I did find out that the engine takes 6 quarts, and when everything was all said and done, I had about 5 quarts in there, so really not bad as far as oil consumption with this particular motor. I feel like this truck was taken care of. So I decided to get a new drain plug for it. Since this was the first oil change, I didn't know if the old one might have been stripped out or anything. So just got a new one. You don't really have to buy a new drain plug every oil change, but after a couple oil changes, it won't hurt to get a new one. So now that I tighten that bolt back up, I'm gonna actually drop the oil filter now. Drip, drip, drip. Some could argue that this is a messier way to do the oil change. I know some people puncture holes in their filters, but once again, that's another level of full commitment. to bust a hole in your current oil filter, not knowing if you can get it off or not first. But it really doesn't make a huge mess for me. Not one big enough for me to care. Taking some brake cleaner. The whole area was kind of oily and dirty. So just taking some brake cleaner down there to kind of give it a fresh start so that I can notice any new leaks if they arrive. Hopefully I don't see any new leaks next time I'm underneath there. But 180,000 miles on the truck. It's probably time for an oil pan gasket. Possibly a new rear main seal. But this is the work truck. And those are not immediate issues I'm having right now. Kind of just spitballing for that. So hopefully no problems. Just making sure that the new filter fit. Always, you know, double, triple check before you fully commit to things. So I'm gonna pre-fill the oil filter just so on startup it gets oil pressure back a lot faster instead of a dry startup, because eventually while the engine's running, once you install your oil filter, oil will come in there, but I have the ability to put it in ahead of time, so why not? Also lubing up that outer gasket of the oil pan of the filter, just to make life easier for the next time that it comes off. Not too much friction on there. On top of the cap says that takes 5W30 oil. So I buy one oil change package and an extra quart of oil. Sometimes if I'm ticking, which some of these LS motors do because of the lifters, I'll buy some Lucas heavy duty oil stabilizer and I'll replace my quart of oil with that. So that'll be my extra quart. I've done that in Tahoes in the past. It's worked out for me. Kind of take away that tapper, that lifter tick. But guys, if you made it this far in the video, hopefully this is still helping you out. So I have put 639 miles on it since I got it, and I'm doing my first oil change. The person I got it from said something about, oh, I changed my oil when the light comes on. This model doesn't have a light, so I don't know when the last time that guy changed the oil. I did notice that the engine started to burn some oil. I was kind of down oil pressure wise. It was still about 40, but it was a little under. So with filling up that filter, we should get our oil pressure back a little more instantly. This one right here, that was the whole purpose of filling up that filter ahead of time. Let's take off the brake, shall we? So boom, crank. Boom. So that's a lot faster than normal. Usually it takes a little bit for it to register that you got all your oil back. These engines don't like dry starts. No engine really likes dry start. That's why we do that. But oil good. Boom, then we'll go check the dipstick. Alright, so we just pulled out the dipstick to wipe it off for the first initial wipe. Then we clean it off, put it back in, and then we take it out. That's not... Okay, so that's about at the top. But it's probably still got some oil circulating in there. To try one more time. Yeah. So that's some good oil levels. We got 6 quarts in there. And boom. That's oil change on a 2003 Silverado 2500. Boom. So this is some bonus footage of kind of how to dispose of your oil afterwards. Right now, this is kind of a one-person operation, but you're about to see the mess up. I have the filter shoved in that top hole to kind of stay there because I don't have a second hand to hold it steady. So there's no air getting in, so that's why it's draining. That's why it's taking the oil the way it is. You'll see it kind of drip off and kind of pop up a little bit. Once again, not the end of the world. A good way to counter this would either be to put plastic down, you know, underneath the jug while you're filling it up, or put it inside of a smaller oil catcher, just to catch those extra drips. But I'll clean those up later. So collect your oil, boom. Pull up, local auto advance auto parts. Gonna go inside, ask them if their oil drum is full, and then I will set up in the back for the pour. So, this is the oil in the back of the store. Try to set this up.